Medical units stand by. 30 seconds to contact. 20 seconds. 15. 10. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1.
We got him. Let's go.
Welcome to another episode of Proof of Comics. This is episode number 99, and this is your resource for looks maxing your comics. I'm joined tonight with my co-hosts. We have Mr. Wrangler of Frequency Studios to begin with. How you doing, Wrangler?
Oh, I'm doing great. I'm so psyched up for tonight. I put on a clean pair of underwear.
You know, those are not required. You know that.
Yeah, at least one of us did.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I like to stay ahead of the game, so I did that a couple of days ago in preparation.
He's been wearing them 2 days for tonight. Good. And back after missing last week, but it's okay because I don't know if you saw this last week, but we replaced you, Chris.
Uh-oh.
I know. I was like, he's gonna be pissed. He's gonna be upset because we had another Chris on, and he was even using your tagline and everything. I said, okay, well, you're gonna be like our spare Chris or emergency Chris from now on.
Yeah,
is he the AI Chris?
He said that's right.
No, he's Chris Peel from Bootlegger Studios. No, Bootlegger Comics. Mixing up studios and comics now.
Yeah, and when he said that's right, it sounded exactly like you.
Yes.
Oh boy.
Yeah. You got stiff competition now. You got to trademark that shit quick.
Yeah. You'll be hearing my lawyer for that $10 show.
Oh, you crunched out there a little bit.
That was like some drive-through speaker stuff right there.
Yeah. So can I take your order?
That's seen in Wayne's World.
Let me see. Let's add a little bit of I've got some Diablo 1 dungeon background music.
Ooh.
No, keep it low, but here we go. Yeah. So we got no show tonight. No show. We got a show. We got no. Okay, let's start from the top. Hello, everybody. Got no guests tonight, but we're hanging out. I'm doing the scales on this Medusa hairdo, which is drawing a lot of attention. I don't know why.
Yeah, you of all people should know.
I don't know, Chris.
Was that ever even a thought in your head when you were trying to do the swirl pattern originally? Or were you halfway through and you went, oh, hey.
We don't quote John Bon Jovi on this show, Wrangler. We've been through this before.
Halfway there, ho, ho, Medusa hair.
Yeah, no, to be quite blunt, I just thought it would look really cool. It's a lot of these sketches I'm doing right now. It's I'm in between comics, which sounds like I'm in between jobs or between girlfriends.
Oh,
And so I don't have any kind of like anything on the docket. There's no commission right now. So I'm like, well, let's just me draw like either some of my characters or sometimes I draw other people's characters. And I just try stuff out and have fun and try different things. And this was different. And so I was like, let's try to do a design with the hair and what I could do. And this this popped to mind for some reason. I don't know why. Must be a
Yeah,
sign
she's
of the
got a-
times.
no, she's got to up her game because a lot of people aren't looking at her eyes.
She's got to use every strategy she can
Yeah.
to get people's attention.
Yeah, they're like, man, like none of the guys are turning to stone when they're looking at me. Oh, I got to do something with my hair to move their eyes upward a little bit.
Speaking of which, we have Adam Weber in the chat.
Hey,
He's got the Canadian flag up there, remnant from the Commandos.
Blame Canada.
Nice to see you, Adam. Always good to see you. Yeah, so I'm inking the scales on this because it's one of these details that if I could just zoom in on it, you could see the difference with some of the snakes that just have the cross hatching, squares, which
yeah.
would be fine in a comic book. Like I would not go in and draw the squares on every panel. I probably would, and
Yeah, it depends on if your OCD kicks in while you're doing it
yeah.
Yeah.
And, well, the thing is, if you do it once, you have to do it
every
Yep.
time.
every.
Yeah, you
single
do
time.
one snake and you've just locked yourself into a long-term commitment.
So obviously, when you're doing smaller size panels, I mean, even this size, like when I pull out, you see it a little bit because it gives you a tint darker. It looks a little bit scaly, and now be adding shadows to it. Maybe going back with the white marker, acrylic marker to do highlights after the fact.
Oh,
It's gonna be fun. I'm having trying stuff out. I think it's good to have an experimental kind of period between books to just
yeah.
try stuff out graphically, see what ideas kind of come to mind. Sometimes you get these good ideas that you can bring into the comic after the fact.
Yeah. You ever what is it? Have you ever used the white acrylic on black or dark paper at all?
Oh, dark paper from scratch? No.
Yeah.
No. Because the acrylic it's all right, but it's hard to get just the right consistency. It either
Oh.
doesn't come out right or it comes out too much. So
Mm.
usually what you do is you try to get too much out and then you do a couple of lines on a piece of paper to get most of it off. Then you get the right consistency for a couple of lines, and then it's hard to maintain that. Like none of the white markers that I have can maintain the right consistency. It's one of these things that digital guys have the advantage for that. Yeah.
Man.
But you can still make it work. You just have to be patient and play around with it a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I know what you mean, dude. By taking like black paper and straight up drawing with white.
Yeah, it's like the original Batman the animated series, how all the cells were on dark and they created the light to actually make the yeah.
That makes a lot of sense. Yeah.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
had that
dude,
very interesting style.
Yeah, you got to break out from the mainstream to find original ideas like that.
Wow. That's a lot of snakes.
It is. People ask me, well, how many snakes are on her head exactly? It's exactly how many I need. You really think I'm going to start counting the snakes and then like, oh, I'm missing one? Let me, first of all, because there's a bunch of them that are going to be behind her head that you don't see. So, starting to think it's about getting the right volume. It's about getting the right shape. It's about, and yeah, I think it's good to play around with that a little bit.
I mean, as much as we joke about it being a certain failed painter's symbol, it also kind of reminds me of the Orin from the Neverending Story.
The Aurum, I've
Yeah,
never
so-
seen
so-
the Never-Ending Story.
Yeah, so the Orin is this talisman or this like medallion that the main character gets. It was like on the cover of the book, and it's a series of infinity symbols all made out of snakes in a circle.
Oh, okay. Kind of an Ouroboros
Yeah,
infinity
almost.
spiral.
Yeah.
Guess-
And-
Probably gives off a little bit of Celtic vibes, I would imagine.
Oh yeah. Man, it's impressive how much of our modern culture is influenced by that stuff.
By Never-Ending Story, you mean? Or by the
No,
Celtic?
but yeah, but by the
Celts.
basically, yeah, the Celts, the Celts, the Gauls, the Irish, you know, the poor people who didn't actually colonize anybody but are still being given the same treatment as the rest of us.
Well, they should have colonized, you know. It's their loss if they didn't colonize anybody.
Yeah. I remember that Book of Invasions. The Irish were the last to get to the island of Ireland.
Really?
Yeah, there was like at least 5 other groups of people that were in Ireland before the Irish came.
What were the other 5? Do you remember?
There was the Tuatha De Danann, who they believe were Scandinavians, like Swedish or something, because they were all tall, fair-skinned, fair-haired. They burned their ships when they arrived.
Vikings?
So they were the elves then.
Yep, they were the elves. There was the Fobra, who were the giants that kind of fought with the Tuatha De Danann. Then there were the what they called the Firbolg, which were which literally means the people carrying bags, who were believed to have been ex-slaves that fled Italy and arrived on the shores. And then finally the Milesians, which are the modern day Irish. They came from France and parts of Spain.
Milesians, really? From France?
Yeah, well, the
Irish,
Celts.
really French and Spanish?
Yeah. The Celts started as Germanic and they spread out. And it's incredible how many linguistic roots, like Gaelic, Irish, Scottish, German, Dutch, like they all have very similar like core linguistic.
Now, isn't there like
Hard.
2 that sound the same? I think it's Gaelic and Garlic.
Oh yeah, well there's
People get
There's
them mixed
Gaelic
up all the time.
and Gallic. yeah, but
Then there's Asterix and Obelisk.
Well, those
Yeah,
are
the
Gauls. Yeah, the Gauls.
yeah,
I
those
grew
are
up.
French.
I grew up reading those. I've read pretty much every one of the albums. Maybe I'm not up to date with the recent ones, but
I didn't know there
The-
were recent ones.
oh yeah, they're still putting them out. So first, the writer passed away like very long time ago now, and I think the artist is still out there, but he stopped drawing them. They've
Oh.
got but
Asterix
they've-
is like a Viking Yosemite Sam.
it's not Viking. It's really the Gauls. It was the last people who were resisting the Romans.
Yeah.
And
Now,
the
now
reason-
the thing is, it's because of his horned helm. And a lot of people think that Vikings had horned helms. I don't know why. They tended not to.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, Asterix had a winged helm.
That's
He was
right,
not
winged
based-
helm.
Yeah,
My
Yeah,
bad.
he was based on what was it? I want to say his name was Tristan Getrix, who was the last Gallic emperor that Julius Caesar defeated.
I did
So
not
if-
know that.
Yeah, he's based off a real historical Gaul.
Well, that doesn't surprise me because Goscinny, the writer, was well versed in history. There was a lot of historic references and a lot of what do you call like nods to different anachronisms.
Anachronisms.
Anachronisms. So
I can say the word, I just don't know what it means.
well, it means stuff
Out
that
of time.
yeah, stuff that was not in the time period. So basically when they go to Egypt, you see like traffic lights, but they're like they're not
Birds.
real traffic lights, but they're either like birds. Like, well, exactly. That's reminds me of kind of Fred and Wilma,
Oh,
right? The
kind of
Yeah.
like that photograph from the late 40s where it looked like somebody was talking on a cell phone
Oh yeah.
and had a baseball
yeah, but
cap.
intentional, like Flintstones, right? The Flintstones, they have a television, they have a dishwasher, they're all dinosaurs inside of like rocks that make
Yeah.
appliances.
Yeah.
It's
Remember the
kind of-
dinosaur toilet?
Yeah, so anachronistic in that way. So the story
want
makes
that
you
job.
feel. The story nods to things you're very, familiar with, but they use it in the technology of the time just to,
Oh,
Yeah.
kind of like that sitcom I watched that took place it was during the very early American years. I think it was like 1700s, where it was a sitcom, and the dad's freaking out because of some event that's going on with his daughter. He's like, "And I can't just use a carriage. I got to rent the stretched carriage."
yeah, the stretch limo.
Well, God, man, Asterix and Obelix, that was kind of that. For my first introduction, that was fifth grade French class, where they're like, you finish your work and you either sit there and be quiet, or stare at the wall, or you had free range of the comic book shelves, and it was the
No,
adventure.
that's an awesome French class.
Oh yeah. I loved French class. I loved both my French and Spanish classes. Those were fun. But yeah, like I learned about the Le Schtroumpfs, the Smurfs,
Yeah,
and
by Peyo.
by Peo. Yeah, and he was Belgian, but like the books were all written in instead of Flemish, they were written in French.
Oh yeah, I
And
think they
then-
were targeting the European market with French. And Peyo is
Yeah.
that's one of the weirdest things with like his legacy, because they have other artists drawing the Smurfs, but
Mhm.
they're still signing Peyo, which
Yeah,
to
it's
me
a
is it doesn't seem legal, doesn't seem right.
no.
And it's the only
No.
one I've ever seen do that as well.
Yet they're still faithful to his original model, at least.
Yeah. I mean, same with Asterisk. Like they're still copying the Uderzo style, but you could tell it's not him, because in stuff like the choice of where he places the camera, the cropping, the composition, you could tell it's not him. But he still has the same like art style for the characters. So it's one of these weird kind of uncanny valley that's close, but you could tell it's not him.
Now, I see something similar in video games. For example, when Way Forward did their River City Girls 2,
Mhm.
I was playing through that, and there was an area, I think they did in River City Girls 1 as well. They had Tecmo logos all over the place, which was the original company that owned the Kunio-kun franchises. And, Tecmo is no longer exists. They were bought up by, I forget who, but when Way Forward did that, they put the Techno logo in a certain area all over the place as a homage. Bootlegger.
That's
That's what he says.
Oh boy. We don't die, we multiply.
That's right. We're just
And then we add interest.
we have a whole assortment of Chris's on this show.
Yeah, so I thought that was really cool that they were like paying homage to the original property holder.
Dude, Technos was huge back in the day. Remember Double Dragon?
Yeah, well, that's part of the whole Kunio-kun lineup.
Yeah, River City.
Renegade, which was a Americanized Kunio-kun, Double Dragon, Combat Tribes. But do I remember Double Dragon?
Man.
I think that's got to be the arcade I put the most money in.
Same here. I used to be able to beat that on 1/4. I could not do
Really?
it now. Yeah.
I thought
Well, I
that
mean-
game cheated.
There was a convenience store within walking distance of my house, and during summer, I would walk over there every morning, pick up a pack of smokes, drop a quarter in their Double Dragon arcade, play through, and then walk home.
Oh, man. I remember. So I actually picked the brains of a Capcom engineer once upon a time, several years ago.
Yeah.
And yeah, he totally spilled the beans about the fact that arcade fighting games cheated.
Really?
yeah, fully vindicated me of all the times I snapped Nintendo controllers and screamed and threw tantrums and shit. But yeah, it turns out that
They want more quarters.
yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's if you're doing too well, the AI will start to cheat and it will do things that don't it breaks its own rules. Like, for example, if you've ever played Street Fighter 2, there's two types of characters in Street Fighter 2. There's motion and charge characters, meaning that a motion character is you perform a like a direction on the joystick and then a button and it does like a fireball or whatever. Yeah.
And then
there's
charge, boom.
Exactly. And what is the characteristic of somebody that's about to fire off a sonic boom? They're holding back because the move needs to be charged back, and then you press forward. Well,
sometimes
you'll start noticing.
Instantly.
Yeah, you'll start noticing you're fighting Guile, and he's like moving towards you, throwing sonic booms faster than it's human. Like, you can't do that. Like, sonic boom. It's like you can't do that. Yeah, and I thought that a Bobo kept doing crap like that to me in Double Dragon.
Quite possible, yeah.
Like he would catch my jump kicks because that's the only way you could do damage to him. You jump kick and like the smaller guys would just duck, so you could like jump kick and it makes them like immune if they crouch down.
Yeah.
But a Bobo was so big, like he couldn't dodge it. But I remember playing it and he like caught me and then threw me over his shoulder. I'm like, you son of a bitch.
Yeah, that was annoying. If I remember correctly, I think I stayed just slightly down a level from him, and as he walked onto mine, I hit him with the elbow.
Oh, nice.
That's how you cheese them.
I'm dropping the link in the chat tonight in case people want to join us.
Sweet.
It's a slow night. We're just hanging around. Chilling.
It's okay. I do my bit low. I've been slow my whole life. Man.
I've started playing a new game this week. The Assassin's Creed Unity.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm playing it in French as well.
Oh well, it's not like the only way to play that one.
No, by default it's in English.
Oh.
Like the whole audio of the game is recorded in both English and French.
Well, because I know in Assassin's Creed 2 through Brotherhood and all that, you're in Renaissance Italy, and about 30% of Ezio Auditore de Firenze, his dialogue's in Italian, but it's so seamless that half the time you're playing and you're like, oh, that was Italian he just said.
Hey, Scribe, how's it going, man?
Hey.
Speaking of Italian, got Scribe in the chat.
Buenos Aires.
Commando. Yeah. And he's working on a cool project too. He's got like these huge mechs.
Yeah.
Drawn by Ben Herrera. And he's a pro, man. He's coming from the big boys and he's moving into the indie space. And it's always nice to see good talent coming into the space. And we don't have any mechs. We don't have those kinds of comics yet. So it's really cool to see.
Yeah. Like kaijus and mechs but yeah, I know. Back in the day when I first got into indie comics, there was literally like 3 comic types, and I was like, I was pretty surprised that nobody did fantasy or anything, and it's like, oh, I think it's because I just went to a gangster rap concert and I'm trying to sing them a power ballad.
Yeah, what were the 3 styles? I'm curious.
Well, there was like the werewolf vampire stuff. There was like the barbarian metal stuff where it was like anachronistic, but it was like big jacked things with muscles and boobs.
Hey, James, how's it going, man?
Hey,
friends.
What up?
Chilling, finishing up a nice long day under the rock. Yeah.
As you see, Chris, I do like Double Dragon quite a bit.
Nice. So the guy who did the art for this, like if you notice all the character art and stuff, that's Mr. Genzo, man. He did one of the variant covers on the first Infinitel book.
Let me get some of the art up here.
Wow, those are some crossovers you never expect to hear.
Hold on. Let me get There we go.
There's Bimmy Lee.
Bimmy and Jimmy, yeah.
Yeah.
I love when you incorporate the mistakes and you roll with it, it just becomes lore. It's so much fun.
Yeah.
Those are some
man.
cool
Bimmy and
designs.
Jimmy, Marion,
Marion. Yeah, and the Skullomania guy that's like
Skullmageddon.
Skeletor. Oh, Skullmageddon. Oh yeah, that's right.
I'll be back to catch you, Billy and Jimmy.
Yeah.
It's Skeletor, yeah.
It's totally Skeletor. It's Skeletor meets Shonuff.
Okay, so
Right?
again, before we switch topics, I want to finish up what Chris was saying. You said you had vampire werewolf stuff.
Yeah, vampire werewolf stuff. Then there was like the occasionally like the zombies, I guess you could throw in there as well. But it was like the classic monster stuff. There
Okay.
was like the barbarians, like muscles and boobs kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then there was like capes and tights.
Superheroes, yeah.
Yeah, and that was pretty much the majority. There were always like the offshoot one, it's like the one or two that were like that stood out. They're like, okay, that's a detective one, or that that's something like that. But it was very rare. Fantasy was very rare back in when I first started back in was that 6 years ago now? I remember it was like the first one that I saw that would like really stood out was Reni's Fiendish.
Yeah. I remember coming to the space. A lot of people were talking about her.
Man, yeah.
Adam says Double Dragon Neon is a great time. Yeah. I've
Yes,
played it.
This-
Wrangler
this is
gifted
the
me
last
a
time you
copy.
see Marion get snagged like this. Because in the next time you see her, she's in River City Girls as an NPC in a shop, but she's already much more fit. And then in River City Girls 2, she's a playable character and she kicks butt. She's been training because she got sick of this happening to her all the time. And then she had to sit somewhere and wait for Billy and Jimmy to come get her. So she decided to train with them, become badass, and became a playable character herself. And what's cool is you got Billy and Jimmy and Marion, all as playable characters in River City Girls too.
Oh, and in Double Dragon Gaiden, she's got a rocket
That's
launcher.
right. Yeah, that's like, I think if I was going to try and arrange all of them into a single timeline, and no, I don't count Double Dragon Revive, that's a total reboot.
Yeah.
Double Dragon Gaiden would be at the very beginning when she was still a cop and had her gun.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And then in Double Dragon 1, she doesn't have her gun, and this happens to her. Then you got the
Well,
whole
and-
series, and then you get to Neon. I'm going to say this is probably after Double Dragon Battletoads team up. I sat down and tried to put the whole timeline together, including the Kunio-kun games. And yes, even Renegade, I know it's a reskin of Kunio-kun, but I just considered that Mr. K as a separate character taking place in America instead of Japan. But they made her look good, and it's like she's fit, she looks good, and she kicks butt. And I kept jumping back and forth between using her or Jimmy to kick butt. I think I beat the game using Jimmy,
Oh, wow.
but
Well,
they
you
all
remember-
had slightly different moves. And then they did Double Dragon Revive, which I did not like the art in that, the art style,
Yeah.
how they looked in that. I mean, it might be a fine beat 'em up, but I was
Yeah,
like,
look great.
eh.
Well,
But
in
if
Double
you try,
Dragon,
you can put them all into a singular timeline that sort of makes sense, including the Battletoads game.
well, in the NES version of Double Dragon 2: The Revenge, they don't just walk over to Marion and punch her; they freaking kill her. They gun her
They
down.
kill her.
Really?
and then she gets resurrected by end of the third game.
What?
Oh, damn!
How is that possible?
Yeah,
Magic.
I-
There's a
I
lot
remember-
of there's a lot of mystical elements in Double
What?
Dragon.
There's magic in Double Dragon?
Yeah.
Well, there's an interview I remember watching where the original designer was talking about what inspired him for the character designs and stuff. And it turns out that he modeled all the characters' designs from Hokuto no Ken, aka Fist of the North Star. So,
Oh yeah. But a lot of it was also a lot of inspiration for the original game. I think was taken from Road Warriors or something.
mhm.
Now let's see, Magic and Double Dragon.
I mean, there wasn't any magic in the first one in the arcade. I don't recall any of that.
Yeah, that's like a Tyrus Blair.
I think it started coming into play in the second one. I mean, you had to fight a shadowy, mystical version of yourself at the end.
Oh yeah, the red eyes.
But
So
then,
did Double
some
Dragon
of
do
them-
that first, or was that Zelda who did that first? 'Cause that
whoa.
happens in Zelda 2 as well, I think, right? You
Well, it
fight-
happened in Prince of Persia. You jump through the mirror, and the
Yeah.
gray version of you comes out.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the original, yeah. I remember that. And then when the Lost Crown came out, people are like, "Why did Prince of Persia go 2D?" It's like because it's going back to its roots. That's what it was originally.
Yep.
And I was so addicted to that game. It took me forever to figure out how to beat my own clone. And then when I figured it out, I'm like, oh, that's it. Oh, it was like that simple. I was sitting there getting myself killed over and over again, and you only have 1 hour to beat the game.
Oh yeah, time runs out.
Yeah.
See, bootlegger, where we're
Welcome to
going,
the
we don't
corner.
need topics.
That's right.
well, I could bring a topic, but it's
What
going to
that
offend
guy's
everybody.
Well, we
Oh.
don't like to offend people here, Chris. That's why I always draw things that are inoffensive and won't,
Okay.
won't
okay.
ruffle anybody's feathers anywhere.
Did you guys see the final boss of DEI go to the gala in their electric wheelchair?
Yes,
What?
yes. So people were joking that that's the Netflix Stephen Hawking.
I didn't hear about this. What's going on?
So a black trans disabled model. Okay, try to put that
boy.
word salad together. With an electric wheelchair because it's so messed up it can't even like you look at it, like the best was Ricky Berwick. He quote tweeted it and he goes, "Would smash." But yeah, like this thing goes on a rant about how the reason why there aren't that many black trans disabled models on the runway is because of YT supremacy.
I thought I had bookmarked it, but apparently not.
I saw that, but as soon as Ricky Berwick quote retweeted, you know who Ricky Burke is, right?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
That guy's awesome.
He's a disabled guy who makes fun of his
Yeah,
disability.
he owns it.
Calls himself retarded, and is just a lot of fun.
Yeah, he must be a blast to be around. But
A good sense
yeah,
of
he
humor.
replied. Yeah, he quote tweeted that person ranting, and he just looked at the photo and he's like, "Would smash."
There you go. Yeah.
Chris says, "Is that Ava Brown?" It's Ava Dark Brown. Yeah,
It's the Netflix Ava Brown.
it's Ava Black.
I like to say that I'm proprioceptively retarded.
Bro, what?
In other words, I'm a klutz.
Oh,
You know proprioception?
I had no idea that's what
Proprioception is your own sense of where your body is in space. That's why you can reach behind your back and touch your fingertips together.
oh, that's a function of the. I think
Very
that's
well,
right.
sir. Very well.
So I thought that was a what is it when they say they give it bigger words to make it more politically correct? So I called it proprioceptively retarded. I think they prefer that I say challenged, but I want to piss people off. So
Yeah.
There you go.
Just look, people are using AI to make that thing like the final boss. There's like a video game that had like a flamethrower coming out of the chair. and
Oh
shit.
boy.
Well, yeah, she's basically saying there's no quadriplegic black models on the runway because of whiteism or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Sure. Sure. All right.
It's not that nobody. It's not that
Yeah.
people get sick looking at you. You know.
Yeah,
It's totally.
exactly.
God.
Why not?
I gotta face it. It's scared.
It's because the Scott Irish and the Germans.
I forgot. I left out trans out of that formula.
Yeah.
So there's
yeah.
no-
When you said she-
Wheelchair-bound trans black models on the runway because of whiteism.
Oh my god! I just got the best idea. I'm going to use AI and God, what Gemini or whatever after this. It's a trans, okay, but is it a transformer?
Transvestites.
It's got wheels and shit that like turn into like shoulder blades and like it pulls a sword out.
That whore is just a guy.
Yeah. Why is one arm longer than the other? Oh, hey, have you guys ever seen Stretch the Hell Out of Your Friends Mickey and Donald?
Say what? If we stretched.
So there's a somebody was doing voiceover stuff, and just for shits and giggles, they did a joke voice. They like remixed the audio of a toy that was like a Stretch Armstrong, but it was Mickey and Donald.
Oh.
And hold on, let me see if I can find this.
Was that a real toy?
Yeah, let's see. Stretch the hell. Oh, look, it's okay. I'll send you the.
Yeah. So I
This
got
is
something
just
interesting.
Homos in disguise.
I was getting the comic cam ready and putting some like side comics aside.
Oh, nice.
Cover up, yeah. And I just pulled one out of this giant pile of comics that I just have had since forever, and it flipped open, and it turns out that it actually has 3 promotional oversized Marvel cards from the year 1994.
Oversized.
Yes.
Oh, you're gonna have to show us that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Bring
man.
up the cam.
I ordered my trading cards last week, and I should be getting them this week. They're usually like very fast on the delivery.
That's what I like to hear,
Oh yeah.
especially into Canada.
I got 5 cards, so there's 4 that of the 4 characters, and I made an
Yeah.
extra card, which is the what do you call it? The legend? Like, so basically, all the stats have a bar graph, and I have like this extra card that's just the listing of all the stats. What they
Yeah,
do.
the header card.
The header card, yeah.
Bring up my cam, dear Frederick.
Oh, hold on. Let's
Of the
watch.
House Guillemot.
I'll just play the clip that
Yeah, shoot,
of
shoot
Stretch
clip.
Mickey, and then we'll head on to the book cam.
Yeah, just gotta show off the card.
Okay, I gotta present it here. Sharing is caring.
As they say.
Here we go. Oh, I should stop the music first.
Yeah, yeah. Pay attention to Donald's scream. Somebody in the comments said it sounded like his guts were yogurt being blown through an air compressor.
Oh wow, that's very
This sounds all sorts of wrong already.
descriptive.
Okay, let's.
Have you ever wanted to stretch the hell out of your friends Mickey and Donald? What? Well, now you can. Please. Goofy, why? Show your friends Mickey and Donald who's the alpha male with stretch the hell out of your friends Mickey and Donald.
Of course.
Oh, that's rich.
Show your friends.
Dude, they made a lot of toys that they like. Just because you can does not mean you should.
Yeah, didn't they have like the Punisher bubble soap or whatever, and it was like his dick?
What?
No,
Well,
it was the Punisher
they-
shampoo.
In Disney World, they have a couple of like drinking cups that have like the straw placed in dubious places too.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that was
Okay.
the masturbating Tarzan toy, where he has a hand that's got like a grip, like a GI Joe grip, but it's like the way that the arm moves is it rapidly
Oh.
oscillates.
Oh wow.
And you know they're aware of this shit too. Wait, hold on. Is this a Rob Life?
With his Kung Gu grip.
Yeah.
This is 1994's Cable.
Yeah, this is a clone of Rob
Oh,
Liefeld.
nice.
Probably a clone. It's from
Yeah.
the Bronze Age.
Yeah,
Is that
no, because
Quicksilver?
you could tell when it's a Rob Liefeld, and this one has all the hallmarks, but it's not him. So
Let's see who wrote this. Where are your names at, people?
right under the title there on on the splash page.
And if that ad doesn't date it right there,
Yeah.
Yeah.
God, rest in peace, legend.
Let's see. This is Glenn Heading. That's the writer. Penciler, inkers, or LaRusso Hannah something I can't pronounce, as it often is the case. A lot of foreigners.
Don't know what content to do now.
Yeah. This is the cards
Oh, wow.
in question.
Oh,
These are 3 introduction Marvel master prints. And
they're normal size though.
I guess.
I
I
mean,
say they
they're-
master prints.
well, the fact that they're in continuity is kind of special. It's kind of nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not going to remove these, though. I'm
These
sure.
are
No.
glossy. Yeah, they're super glossy too.
Yeah, like this is the first time I've seen them, so they've been protected quite well by the interiors of the comic, which you can see the pages. You know, they're pretty nice. They're well kept.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well kept pages, which is interesting because they were not well kept by me over the years. As comics go, like literally a drawer right here is just
Well,
raw
the cards
comics.
yeah, but the cards are themselves are very sturdy and they're right in
Yeah.
the middle of a comic, so that
They're
helps
right
a
in the
lot.
middle. Absolutely.
Bootlegger, what are you talking about? You don't know what content to do, like for a comic? Because Bootlegger had a campaign close and he did not meet
Yeah.
the goal.
Oh,
So he's not going forward with it because he wants the funding to pay for the artist, of course.
Mhm.
And I think, is that why you're asking? You're kind of thinking of doing another project, another crowdfund?
That's a nice spread.
stretch the hell out of your friends.
Yeah. So that's the cards. This is the comic.
This is-
Yeah, it's a lot of ads. It's a Marvel comic we got here.
Yeah, they all had a bunch of ads back then.
Yeah, I'm really glad at least by the. Oh yeah, I flipped it from one ad to a spread of
another.
ads.
Yep. Yep.
Oh, yeah.
And one of the frustrating things for the artist is you did not always know where your pages would land. And remember when we're talking about designing pages, we're always talking about be
Yeah, page
aware if
turn.
your page is going to be on the left, on the right. Is it going to be a page that turns? But they could stick ads anywhere,
Yeah.
right? And just like F up all your page placement, your right left alignment and stuff. So unless
Hmm.
unless
Look
you
at
had a
that,
double page
more
spread, yeah.
Damn, there's a lot of ads. This
Oh,
book.
dude, they had
Yeah.
tons and tons of ads.
I didn't.
Yeah, the
you know,
90s.
we are really, at least when it comes to the literary part, there's a lot less ads, and we are spoiled for it.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh.
some of the ads were content as well. Like some
Hey.
ads, it was fun to look at.
Yeah.
Hey, all you talented freaks, how you doing, Michael?
Hail.
If you want to
sir.
join us, the StreamYard
Right.
link is in the chat. Let me drop it again. We got quite a
These are actually
slow
kind of the
show
ones I
tonight,
like.
so feel free to hop on and chew us out.
See if we can find any.
Join the conversation. Well, look at those onomatopoeia. Talk, cracky.
Chalk.
Is that cracky or cracks?
Crack.
Correct. Like
Oh,
the
it's two
drug.
Ks. Okay, 3 Ks. KKK. That's low key racist there.
Yeah, almost like a certain.
But we learned like
More
last
ads.
week that the KKK was funded by black people anyway. So
Yeah, the SPLC.
yeah, it's like full circle retarded.
It's
Yeah.
funded by the corpos, man. It always
Yeah.
is.
What's that saying? If you want to predict the outcome, look to the incentives. You know?
Yeah. That's true, right? And well, as soon as you start paying people to stop a thing, what happens when you stop a thing? You stop getting paid.
Exactly.
The cynical, yeah, exactly. That's the kind of the cynical view is that
See the
to
back
be
ad is.
to be an underdog and to be oh, I thought those were condoms for a second.
simple pimple control.
To be like to be victimized and to be like to play the victim in society, you have to have an oppressor.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it turns out that the best way to have an oppressor is to
You hire
finance them.
Yeah. Yeah.
If-
I mean, there's been more of a demand than a supply for all this crap for years. Remember that Bubba Wallace there, the NASCAR. He was like the only black NASCAR driver, and they were like, "There was a noose in my." It's like, yeah, that was for pulling down the garage door. Like, had nothing to do with race or whatever. And there was like FBI investigating it and stuff.
Yeah, that's what they love.
Yeah, they replaced the nooses after that year. Now
With
they're all burning crosses to pull down the door.
It's an uppercase T for time to leave.
The comic we've been waiting for is finally here.
Ooh,
I've read multiple.
yeah, Florida hippopotamus cocaine massacre.
Florida Hippopotamus Cocaine Massacre. I got the first 3 issues. I believe the 4th issue is out already. It's been a fun read and interesting for sure.
So did you read all 3 already, or just?
I've read all
one?
3.
Okay.
I would have pulled that off a shelf, dude. If I was at a comic shop and I saw that title alone,
well, just
that would have
the
got
name. Yeah.
Yeah. That would at least got issue 1.
And how big are they? Are they 22 pagers, 24, 48?
They're about 22 pages.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
That's
Yeah,
quick
decent size. I enjoyed the art. I got someone knocking on my door. Perfect timing. Give me a moment.
Yeah, no kidding. Huh?
That
It
happens
seems
a
like
lot.
that's part of the show now.
Yeah,
every
right?
every time
Every
you
time.
set up your book cam, police, FBI, open up.
Yeah. He must have
Right?
he must have told somebody he was in MAGA country.
Exactly. I am MAGA country. Where I go, the soil is purified.
Silent blood.
This one's actually got fun art in it. The writing is okay, but frankly, I've come to just expect shit writing, so it was pleasant.
Oh,
It is a very much a what I would call. Give me a second. Let me turn down the brightness on this.
It looks
slide.
satirical on the first page.
Yes,
yeah.
it is beyond satirical. Is what I've said is a American Idiot parody comic, and it lives up to that all the way through. It portrays the fat schlubbish American in a hyper violent, cartoonesque world with satirical writing throughout, and I mean throughout this comic book. Everything is a joke in waiting, and not only visual, but within the writing itself, which at times feels a bit of a crutch. But I had fun with this one for what it is. It reminds me of something that would have came out around the year 2005, published in like a Mad magazine. Now, clearly, even then, this punches pretty much one direction as you'd find it, but not to, I would say, a modern day standard, hence the 2005 reference. You're going to get ass. You're going to get fat, bloated socialist villains. That's your villain. He's a fat socialist. And it opens up with the way these comic books are formatted is you're actually watching a show along with this female character here who is the wife to the president. If you will.
Oh, that reminds me of
That, yeah.
I was getting some what's her name? The Ronald Reagan's wife. She had like
Nancy?
Nancy Reagan had a huge like presence on TV back in the day with her drug movement and all that.
And that's what this one opens up with is talks about drugs are bad, drugs are socialistic and destroy you and the cause for everything evil in the world. Check out this Beware Drugs Are Evil show that is showing us at the bottom, which is Florida Hippopotamus Cocaine Massacre. It's a show
madness.
Basically, this is basically like a parody of that and everything sort of around that era. You're gonna get here with a tad bit of modern day schlock, which it kind of reminds me of like something that they'd sell at a Green Day concert. Kind of like that. It's a bit refreshing because I'm constantly on the edge waiting for them to just drop the Trump joke and it never comes. So that's fun.
Yeah.
So let's pull back a little bit and tell me who's the editor on this. Is it the same?
The same? Like the same.
Well, you've had a bunch of books from the same editor recently, so
Yes.
I think it's from
Oh, yeah. This is a Mad Cave.
Mad Cave.
Studios.
Yeah. So we've had a lot of like slightly woke books from them.
We have.
Yeah.
Like this is what I would call a safe book because it does punch in one direction, but it's a direction I'm kind of used to seeing, and it's not done in a grotesque. Well, it's done in this kind of way. Okay, it's done in that kind of way. You're gonna get a bunch of almost like satirical mad TV sort of humor throughout this entire magazine. It never hits the Trump button, which is what I like. Because you're always kind of waiting for it. And then of course you have the portrayal of beautiful Latin heroes out there to save the day,
Really?
who are being
we're
captured by cocaine.
lagging a little bit.
Oh yeah, it just went into Lego mode.
Yeah, hold it in place if you can. Okay.
There we go. Is that better?
Yeah, it's a little bit better. Yeah.
You gotta love the internets of today. Thank you,
Yeah.
Spectrum.
Yeah, this
Thank
is
you.
like highly stylized. The
Very
big guys really big. The afros are huge. Big hair.
Yes,
But
the
still realistic proportions on the faces and the characters.
Although
Very
everything's
much
flat shaded.
very
Yeah.
flat,
Yeah, flat colors, but
and it works because
It works.
it's very pop,
Like a
I'd say.
cartoon.
yeah,
Very
when you had
much
like
so.
Mondrian style
Pierre
background
Mondrian.
on the TVs on the previous page. Yeah,
Oh, Broadway Boogie Woogie.
a couple of pages ago with the TVs, the yellow, blue, green.
The Partridge Family
Nope.
yeah, the Partridge Family bus.
That one, no, not that one. The other one, the last one you didn't show yet.
The last one I didn't show yet.
Oh, but there we go.
There you go, right there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, when you're there
Yeah.
introducing the female character, Agent Nebraska. You know what this also kind of reminds me?
Does this T-shirt say Fed?
Yeah,
Yep.
That's good. That's good. Instead of saying FBI, it's Fed.
Fed. Absolutely.
That's cool.
Absolutely.
I like it. I like it. It's got a
And-
good sense of humor. yeah.
And when the soldiers are going in, I'll say this joke does get repeated so far in every single comic book. Faceless, nameless soldiers are doing something, and then they talk about how good people they are. Talk about how, like, oh man, I can't wait to get home to my new wife and
Yeah.
child. It's like, yeah, I
Bob
can't
Goon.
wait to go home and receive the reward for saving those 3 kids from drowning in a ditch and then retiring the next day. And of course, they all instantly die. It's funny
Yeah.
the first time.
Well, they did that in Austin Powers. Remember the whole like it was like a 15-minute like cut out segment of Bob the Goon's family. Like, I can't wait till Daddy gets home. It's like Daddy ain't coming home. He got flattened by a steamroller.
This is a nice, lovely action shot we
Ouch.
get with our main character. Yeah, it's all satirical all the way through the entire thing.
Dude,
and
they
I-
must save a lot of time just doing flat colors.
Oh, yeah.
Probably it's a good stylistic choice. It looks good on the comic. Once again, one thing that we've seen before is the borders are intentionally made to look aged and got little stains on them, which I'm not
cool.
really a fan of fake stains. I don't mind the aging, but I could stain up my own comics, you know.
Yeah.
So this
My
is the
one
first-
joy.
My one joy, staining my own comics as I see please.
Yeah.
So
They
this
need to
one's-
give you an option. Would you like your comics pre-stained or would you like to stain them yourself?
So this comic I enjoyed. I'm gonna purchase the at least the next one because I think there's only one more coming out.
Okay.
But as before, you get yourself a lovely intro from your the wife of your
But
president.
she seems to be getting crazier with every book. Like her hair's bigger, her face is crazier.
Mm-hmm. And it continues down that psychopathic route. I actually really like what they do on this page with the screens and using the television.
Yeah, that's an old trope. Todd McFarlane used to use it a lot, but he would just draw the screen. He would not draw the case for the television. That's extra work. Can you tell if they redrew it or if it's a copy paste?
Let me take a quick look. I didn't take a look at that. Now, if it's a copy paste, it's pretty easy to tell. It kind of looks just like a copy paste for the most part, with slight, yeah, it's a copy paste. Each corner, each of the little corners up here, kind of hard to see, but they're all bent the exact same way.
Yeah,
Oh,
that
yeah.
makes sense. I mean, I
So-
can't fault them for doing that, to be honest.
Nah, yeah, it's fine in this comic because I think it's ultra stylized to a good point. Once again, take a look at that.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, so it's fun. You flip and it's just fun. You get in the spirit of the book. It's making fun of that age at that time, constantly throwing in little socialist jokes here and there.
So can you
Tax
guess
jokes.
can you guess the politics of the writer?
If I were to say it, maybe, because like I said, they stay away from Trump, but I wouldn't necessarily say that this is edgy, This isn't an edgy comic. It's what I'd call safe edge at best,
Mm.
It's satirical, but it's safe. Like this feels like something that would have come out in 2005 or like the 90s. It's making fun of basically the Reagan era. And I guess it does shit on Floridians a lot in this one as well, so maybe they don't like Florida so much.
Florida man.
I wouldn't say you can't.
That's kind of the whole theme of the book, too.
Yeah, I suppose so. It doesn't portray any characters necessarily better than the other. Like you have this scene where these two characters are talking to each other, and this woman right here, Agent Nebraska, is basically saying, "I've trained so hard to come this far and to kill gratuitously and murder the enemies of the nation," and then our hero says, "You're evil." He's like, "You need to stand against the enemies of the nation and give them a fighting chance before you kill them gratuitously and then murder them." So, it basically is like, it's all a joke. There is no superhero character that's better than anyone else. The entire thing is you're watching a hyper violent public service announcement about why you shouldn't do drugs. And she's beating him with a book, and then we go into basically a gigantic breakdown of her backstory and why she's so great, but she was held back because she had a problem with body odor. It's just, it's comedy all the way through. It shits on itself. It shits on everybody. You can smell it coming off the page, and you just kind of laugh with
Is it a scratch and sniff book?
No, thank God. Yeah, so this one I'd say is definitely worth picking up. Catch it, if you don't have the cash now, wait a couple months. There's going to be copies of this on sale, on resale. And it's all about the laughs all the way through. It's more laugh than it is action because there's not actually a lot of action in these, as much as it is just one joke after the other, shitting on everything as it goes. Because you see these characters, they got these guns, they're aiming them, they barely pull the trigger. Actually, I don't think anybody shoots anybody in this issue at all, though somebody does get decapitated. So that's the thing. This is actually a scene, though, I wanted to show off, is the use of colors. You have this character, one of the things I mentioned before, characters repeating the
He's
same
literally
joke.
got colors in his hand.
Exactly. And this is
Colors,
him
man.
showing off his family photos and talking about how he can't wait to see his family again for the third time. We're getting the joke right off the front. And these are the these are the nurses for our villain, and they are heavily armed nurses who help transport cocaine and keep our villain alive.
Wow.
But I love the use of color on this page, particularly with the blacks right before this guy gets decapitated. I think that's one thing I love about this is the artwork. You can see the colors bleed over each other in some of these pieces, like where this woman's yelling, you pay attention to her head. And it's fine. Like, the letters look kind of weak and a little wonky, and it's fine. They kind of went for a style where all the shortcuts just bleed together in a really great freaking way that makes everything pop and sort of present themselves in a great unified fashion that none of the small little increments stick out in any major way. Like it just blends perfectly for me, the art. And of course, here we go. We get ourselves some gratuitous ass shots as one deserves. Absolutely. Absolutely. This is a good one. Pick it up, folks. The writing's okay. It's so satirical. It's actually hard to idea our character's actually high on the most powerful cocaine in the world. And here's his hippo army destroying here's his hippo army destroying the world by dropping bombs all over it.
The hippo army. Oh my God. They're literally hippos in a jet.
Hippos in a jet. I think we got him riding some hippos on this one. This is where he's commanding his men. Well, he sees them as hippos. He's high on ultra cocaine. Talking about how it's going to save the world. Pick this one up. Writing wise, like I was saying, it's hard to judge it because it's satirical. I don't really read a lot of satirical comics. Maybe I should. Ultimately, it's very acceptable. It's nothing to write home about. They reuse jokes a lot. They don't really.
I mean, my main question would be, did you have a good time reading it?
Yeah, pretty much. I had a good time all the way through. I'm enjoying it so far. I hope the next 2 issues don't ruin it. This is showcasing another comic right there.
Well, if you're like gonna order the last issue, that's a good sign. Like
Definitely.
A lot of the other series, you were like, I like the beginning. I don't like where this is going. I'm not gonna follow through the end. So this is at least keeping you hooked.
Absolutely. Check it out, folks. It's got a fun name. It lives up to it. Could probably use a bit more hyper violence and a bit more original jokes, because all the styles and the sort of all the humor you're going to get in the first one, it really doesn't go beyond that. So pick up the first issue. If you like the first issue, you're going to like the rest of them. If it's not really your thing, go ahead and put it down. I'll go ahead and give this one a 650 out of 10 kajillion.
Ooh.
Yeah, there you go, folks. It's above average, but not too much above average, because I don't check out too much comedy comics, but I had a good time and it made me laugh. So it did its job.
Yeah, well, the style looks still semi-realistic. Like it's not a cartoony big nose, like completely like comical style. It's people have muscles. They look semi-realistic. It's just very stylized.
It feels like because when you get the comic, it's right in your hands. You can really check out the detail at the art. It feels like something that somebody drew in detention in a good way. If there's a good way for that, because I check out the detail and it feels like somebody who's very skilled is in detention. They're sitting there with paper and some color pencils in their hand, and they kind of just go at it. Like when I look at that blood, I don't know why it gives me that vibe. The character designs through it all kind of give me that vibe. And I love it. It's like, it feels like Napoleon Dynamite drew this in college. There you go. You see that movie? This is what he drew in college. Stuff like this.
Yeah, it's like your classmates trying to make you laugh kind of thing.
Yeah. And it works.
Oh, that's good, man.
Check it out, folks. America. Actually, let me flip this page. I think this is where he takes the cocaine right here. Yeah.
It smashes it into his face.
Yeah. He's showing how great it is because they're talking about this is actually a scene, a panel I really love. These hot chicks are talking to him while he's underground. So he uses this periscope when they got this giant anchor shot connecting the bottom one there. Really great shot. And also when we first see him with his anchor shot is right over here in this one. When his periscope is aimed right at that chick's ass.
Yeah, he's got a great view there.
There you go. That's the boss, folks. So yeah, that's the kind of comedy you're gonna get, and you're gonna like it because it's real fun. It feels like something right out of a Mad magazine.
Well, you've sold it to Michael. It seems to like it, so
It's fun.
that's fine.
It's fun. If you have, if you like fart jokes and shit, there you go.
There you have it, folks.
Nice.
This is also what I'm going to put on the background too, because there is no ifs, buts, or whats, which is I brought this up before. When I put a comic on display, I want people to see it, and I don't want to have to look at it and say, yeah, it's a nice cover, but the story sucks. This is one I could put on display and just say, yeah, it's fun. Here,
Proudly, yeah.
proudly,
Yeah.
proudly, folks.
Yeah, it looks
With
beautiful.
foil
I like the style of the art. That's number one for me, is,
The lettering is hilarious because it's like it breaks all the rules. Like it has the Florida brand logo, it has the Coca-Cola text, like like the whole title is just like one big patchwork.
Yeah, but it's also like in 4 different panels, so it's done in a good way too.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yep.
Very fun.
That's how you do it. You different
Check it out,
context.
folks.
Yeah,
I got the foil cover by accident, but it looks nice.
it does.
Yeah, I love foil covers.
Yes. This one though had a little bump in it, unfortunately, because of rough handling. But I ended up ordering another one just for collection's sake. Got another knock on the door.
Oh no.
Open up.
Well, speaking of foils, hold on. What was it called? I recently got Blade Devil 1 and 2 this week or last week in the mail, and both of them were super foil covered.
Yeah.
Okay.
God, those were beautiful books.
Yeah, same here, Mike. Like Mad Magazine was a huge part of me growing up. Like G.I. Joe, Mad Magazine, and then I got back into like Spider-Man, this Punisher, all the Marvel books.
Yeah.
Damn, Mad was on another level. I think I read more movie satires than I actually saw movies.
That's hilarious.
I've actually written more books than I've read.
Okay.
I was trying to find the clip. I don't think I have it here. I have it somewhere, but I need to.
What was his name? Garth. No, what the frick was it?
Garth
I watched
Ennis.
all of. No, it was the same guys who did the Mighty Boosh that did IT Crowd.
Oh, really? I didn't recognize
yeah.
any of the Mighty Boosh people in there.
My
Yeah,
dog
it's
right
that
here.
same. Yeah. Well, even and especially the IT Crowd, because you got Richard Ayoade in it and Matt Berry.
Yeah, the black guy.
Yeah, that guy is freaking hilarious.
He's good. Yeah.
I'm trying to just put on a display page for my dog sniffing my hand right here, right off the screen. Sniff my hand on screen. Go ahead, bud.
Wow.
These are the challenges we face.
Right? The challenges of a comic book fan.
Oh, okay, it wasn't put in the same place as my other clips. That's why I couldn't find it.
Garth Marenghi. That's
I'm one of the few people you'll meet who've written more books than they've read.
Is that a good
funny
thing?
because there are people that stupid.
No, but that's the funny thing is like he's bragging about but it's almost
didn't
become
read
a
his own book.
stereotype now because people are asking, do I really need to read books to write one and all that jazz? It's like, yeah, if
Well,
you
it
want to
helps.
learn the craft, if you want to get a good
Well, that guy
idea.
didn't even read. If he wrote more books than he read, that means he didn't even read his own book.
No, that's a double. Yes, I mean you don't have to read anything to start writing. It really depends on how big of a piece of shit you want to make at the end of all your effort.
There's like a poop meter. Like every time you read a book, the poop meter goes down a little bit.
Yeah, it helps. At least start reading about reading.
Oh.
That's my dog. That's my crew in the background. They're biting each other for sustenance.
Do
Oh.
you have another comic to review? Because I forgot to play your intro, but
No.
it could appear stylistic if I play it in the middle. So
I don't. I mean, you can play it if you want.
Well, we'll play it at the end and pretend it was intended that way all along.
It is almost a work of art.
It is a work of art, Cindy. The greatest medium of all time. The comic book.
Hey! What's missing from this page? The negative space! We read it, we shred it, we tell you the truth. Negative space! Comic reviews!
Yeah, bumpy road.
Hell yeah. Now, with that said, check us out next week as we review Scars by Warren Ellis.
Oh, that's the dude who wrote my James Bond, I think.
Yes, and I have some things to say. This has been in my collection for about 2 years now. I only read it once, and it may get torn on stream. Come check it out.
That's what I was going to say. I was going to say the same thing. That one's probably a good candidate to maybe it will get torn.
Oh my God! So,
and tomorrow, next week is our 100th episode as well. So tune in for that. It's going to be a special one. We'll bring back a couple of our original co-hosts if they're available. Try to get Patrick to come in if he's free as well. We'll see. We'll see, gentlemen.
Yeah, Patrick Quinton. Shut up, dogs.
Jimmy fell down the well.
Yeah. What's that, Lassie?
It's from Wayne's World. Jimmy fell down the well. Oh no, your water bowl's empty or something. I forget what he says.
Yeah, his collie had the same Garth hair as Garth.
Oh, dude. Well, that's a big stereo. That's a huge meme that people look like their pets and their dogs and stuff.
Yeah.
It is true a lot of times, I will say.
Well, my cat's a fat redhead, so I don't have red hair. So.
Oh, well, yeah, we've never seen you. You're mysterious.
Yeah. Well, you don't need to see me. I've been in every Spider-Man comic and Daredevil comic, so.
In every Spider-Man and Daredevil.
That's right. Spider-Man has plagued my family for the last time.
Oh, yeah, the Fisk. His first name is not Chris, though, right?
No, well, it's funny because that's my dad's name. So
Really?
Yeah, but he's half Korean. It doesn't look like that.
Your dad is the Kingpin.
Yeah, except for his son looks like the Kingpin, and he looks like a skinny old half Asian guy with British accent.
That's a weird coincidence.
Yeah, it's like a bad Starburst commercial. What up?
Subjugate, how you doing, man? We just finished watching a review from James here. Let me bring back my non-offensive drawing that I'm doing.
Hail Medusa.
Like to make sure we don't offend people on this show.
Oh, man. I want to, like, there's a bunch of stuff I know that's happened, but I'm, like, forgetting it all. Like, that's happened that we could talk. Like,
could you imagine if Medusa dyed her hair blue and shaved it on the side of her head?
Oh, like snake guts and stuff? Like, oh.
She would actually be cutting off the snakes. That would be, like, bloody and gory. That's actually kind of cool.
To go for that SJW haircut.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know what? That might actually be a really cool scene, Wrangler. I'll keep that in the back of my
They'll
mind.
just grow back.
The side shave mental illness cut.
Yeah.
I love mental illness. I have a few.
Yeah.
Subjugate.
Yeah, I like in real life, I have infinity woke armor and dogs.
Yeah.
We should start doing a mental illness review. Does she
Of
hail
course, we're talking to
or
me.
hail? Oops, sorry.
Oh.
Hail or hail? What's the difference between the two? Hail or hail?
Well, one's German and the other one is pretty nautical.
Well, she's not German. She's Haitian, which doesn't explain quite a whole lot. But
So yeah, what would that be? What would the French Creole like I guess, version of Heil be?
They'd probably use the German, I would imagine, not having one of
Yeah.
their own.
The Colombian is, hey, Chico. No, that's Cuban.
Man. No quiero morir. Or like Nick Shirley there, who gets almost gets abducted in Cuba.
Nick Shirley, dude, that they're trying to kill him now.
Yep. Yeah. California's passed the law, the anti-Nick Shirley bill.
They passed the law. They're trying to kill him. Like, he's the closest person that's hated on Trump level that's not a politician.
From out of the border, too. Yeah, well, yeah, I think he led the charge.
Well, we couldn't hear you there, James. You got to stop downloading the porn while you're talking.
Oh, that's not
Robots in disguise.
Yeah, so Nick Shirley led the charge, which is funny because it's kind of all he did was lead the charge. Other people were actually kind of already got all that information together.
Yeah.
Yep.
And everyone's like, oh, Nick Shirley's on the scene. He's like, I imagine he's just calling people.
Yeah.
Well, he's drawing attention to it, which is
Yep.
What's giving him pressure. Yeah.
We know what happens when you run afoul of a certain group of people. When you give him talks in University of Idaho, and suddenly, pop, pop, things happen.
Yeah.
Man.
Well, they don't like losing their hard-earned, well, not hard-earned, easy stolen money.
Yeah. It's all in their Leering centers.
They're losing their cash cow now.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I think they kind of on the world stage of public opinion and stuff. I think they kind of did a little bit of a faux pas when they G-sided. They televised their G-siding happening in their country. Like that kind of puts a damper on things.
What are you talking about?
Talking about the people that run both sides of our government.
Oh yes, those lovely people.
Yes.
Cooking and lurking. All right. Well, keep your eyes on the fire. Don't start a fire, and feed those kids. Do it, Tank. Welcome to the show. Nice to see you. We're just chilling and relaxing tonight, and we've got a new clip here.
I'm one of the few people you'll meet who've written more books than they've read.
It's so bad. British comedy, man. It's that whole series though. Garth Marenghi's Dark Places or whatever. Yeah, definitely worth checking out. You can watch it for free on YouTube.
Yeah. The IT Crowd I watched, I think, a couple of times. It was right in my line of work too, and there's like 4 episodes per season. It's not long. And Mighty Boosh, highly recommend Mighty Boosh as well.
Yes. Noel Fielding.
For those who haven't watched it, I'm sorry. Hilarious, very musical as well. And it's far out there. They don't always land the punchline, but it's always very strange and
they treat it seriously.
Very entertaining, yeah.
Man. They tried to launch the IT Crowd in the United States with Joel McHale as Roy, the Irish guy. And it bombed so bad that the pilot is like... The pilot was treated the same way that George Lucas treats the holiday special of Star Wars. Like, he wants to buy copies and just destroy it.
Destroy them, yeah.
Yeah, so I have yet to see a full version of the pilot for the American version, because apparently Richard Ayoade from the British version, the black dude Maurice Moss, he's in this. He reprises his role, and it just doesn't hit.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know what the hell they did, but they tried to do a scene for scene thing, and the chemistry wasn't there. Nothing, like, you can't replace those 4 actors from the IT Crowd, the British version. Every one of those actors was like a bank. Like they were pure comedy on their own. And then when you put them together, it was like a cyclone.
Yeah, there's something about the casting. and sometimes it works better. Like, look at what happened with The Office. The Office was arguably better than the original.
Oh yeah, yeah. I've heard that. I
American
heard the
Office.
American one's better. Yeah.
Oh, you haven't watched The Office?
I've never seen The Office. No, I've only seen the bits of the British one.
Wow. Okay. That's another one that's you could not make it today. Like, I think season 2 is where it gets really, really good. The beginning of season 2, you've got a really offensive episode. Like, he always like ends up doing the opposite of what he's trying to do. He's like, okay, let's try to, basically everyone has a card on their forehead about a minority, and you have to guess which minority the person has, and it's to sensitize people on different minorities, like some stupid HR well-intentioned thing that turns out exactly the opposite of it, the way it should be, right?
Oh well, that's HR, anyways. I mean,
yeah. The Office is great. It's so good. Like, I've watched it over 10 times. Like, it's the kind of it was the show that I'd fall asleep to.
Oh,
because it's you've always got this nice Office vibe, so it never like goes up in volume. It's never it's so funny. If Disney had shown me anything, is that masterpiece of cinematography. Yeah, right. Star Wars Holiday Special is looking pretty good in today's standard. Did you see what happened with the Mandalorian hit the theaters this weekend?
Oh, it did?
I didn't know it was out already.
Well, let me just verify. I think it did.
Apparently nobody else did either, huh?
Mandalorian.
That's the Grogu one?
Yeah.
Cinema sales. Yes, the Grogu one. Yeah, it's out. And it was out on for the May the 4th be with you.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a good choice of weekend. It's the longest weekend, and it should be lucrative weekend.
Mm-hmm.
But Mandalorian sales. Okay, it's tracking for a domestic opening weekend of 80 million to 100 million.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Oh.
And like 100 million is what it costs. That's just the paperwork to get a movie started.
Yeah. What was the production? Because it's like.
Well, they say the budget is approximately 160 to 165, making it the it's the cheapest Disney movie. Well, all their movies flopped. They've been flopping every movie ever since The Last Jedi. Well, to be fair, like even the third movie did not flop, but it was clearly trending down.
Well, they murdered Star Wars, dude. Like
Yeah.
as somebody that I was born in the 70s, dude. Some of my first movies were Star Wars: Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi. Like that was
Same here, man. We're like 1 year difference, I think.
Yeah. So you remember, like as a little kid, you went in there and you were freaking blown away by it, and then now it's like I was disappointed by the prequels, but I wasn't offended. I was just like, it just wasn't for me. But the sequels, those offended me. Like they were so bad.
Well, yeah, because the prequels, it was still George Lucas trying his best. The sequels, it was like, Kathleen Kennedy doesn't like Star Wars.
No.
Like there's an interview of her. They're asking her, so what was your impressions when you first saw Star Wars? And she answers in a typical Kathleen Kennedy way. He's like, I watched it and I thought, it's a movie. That's literally her answer. Like she's but it's so bad. She couldn't even say it was nice. She didn't even say, because she doesn't get it. And I think they despise it because the people working on the sequel trilogy had like the face of Luke Skywalker in their offices with an X on it. Like they actively hated men.
Oh, that's the demoralization propaganda. That's what happens when you put goblins into our media.
Yeah.
It's Loxism. Yeah. They want to kill all of the heroes. Like if you notice, all three of the main heroes were pieces of shit, except for the bestest ever Admiral whatever Princess Leia.
Who can now
But-
General
fly
Organa.
through space.
Yeah, Leia Poppins, and turned out the
Which-
chick like coked
Which
herself up and
elicited
died.
laughter in the audience
Yes!
when people saw it.
Dude, so I had a camera copy of The Force Awakens because I'm not going to the theater to see that shit. And there was a scene when Adam Driver pulls off his Kylo Ren helmet, and you see his derpy, stupid-looking face, and you could hear in the recording of the video somebody in the audience going, "Ha ha!"
Yeah.
Yeah, like these are shitty films, man. They destroyed Star Wars, and they did it intentionally.
Yeah.
Man, the power of Manny.
So that's why I have no sympathy for them not making money and all these, them hitting the ground like this. Is no sympathy at all.
Yeah.
Guess the race. Grogu leaving Luke lost all interest in ahead of the show. Yeah, me too. Like I like the first seasons. Like people say it wasn't really that good of a show. If you compare it to the rest of the stuff they were making, it was gold compared to the other shit they were doing
Star
at the
Wars,
time. Yeah.
Dude, Star Wars is at its best when it rips off superior Japanese storytellers, because the Mandalorian season 1 and 2 was essentially Lone Wolf and Cub.
Yeah.
Literally the same story. They just changed the setting and a few names. And that's basically what Star Wars was. A New Hope was Hidden Fortress, the unreleased version that they showed on Akira Kurosawa's death back in like '96. The Independent Film Channel showed all of his unreleased works, and it was like, well, how did Lucas know about this? Oh, because this was in the archives that they had at UC Berkeley, which is where George Lucas attended.
Oh, so he knew it was unreleased. So he's like, oh, I can rip it off and no one will ever be the wiser.
Yeah, the rumor is that his wife was the one that saved Star Wars, because he like ripped it off and then wanted to add a bunch of like American Graffiti greaser shit to it. And like you see all the scenes they cut, and it was like, yeah, there's a reason why they were cut, because
Well, it wasn't just a rumor. She literally did save it. She's the only one that won an Oscar, I think, for Star Wars.
Yeah, it makes sense, because with her absence was definitely felt in those prequels. Like those movies were just not good. Like they had a great set pieces. I think the Duel of the Fates is arguably one of the best fight choreographed scenes I've seen this side of Asian cinema. Like just the if they were to just cut that one scene out, put the Duel of the Fates music to it, and just released it like that as is, I would have appreciated it more. Because once they started adding the context and all their nonsensical, terrible storytelling outside of that, I was like, oh, this sucks.
Yeah. I wish they would have kept the Darth Jar Jar idea. That actually, I think he was frightened of the pushback he got for Jar Jar. It was insane. It was
the
wild.
actor, that poor actor there. Oh God, I can't remember his name, but like
Ahmed.
Ahmed
Best.
Ahmed Best. He got depressed. He tried to delete himself. Like he would basically his career began and ended like in that film. And
Misa gonna undo myself.
Mr. Al Jolson.
Those Star Wars films, they were like legendary storytelling, especially like you don't see a hero win over the villain by giving up because he refuses to fight and turn into the dark side. Like it was the first time I ever saw a hero win internally, the internal conflict. And the internal conflict took over the external conflict. And eventually he won the external conflict because he was able to turn his father by not fighting him. It worked on so many levels, that original trilogy. I don't think people today grasp how important those films were. Regardless of how much he might have ripped off. Doesn't matter. Everybody rips off at some
Yeah,
point.
yeah.
But the question is the execution. How good was it? How did you pull it together? And
Well, did you ever read the extended universe?
I did not. I was not one of the people who read it. I had an audiobook of like Ord Mantell mission, and I think that's
Oh.
between 1 and 2,
Oh.
4 and 5 if you prefer. So I had an audiobook of the mission, but I've never read the books.
Well, so if Disney had any semblance, well, clearly they wanted to destroy Star Wars, but if they didn't, all they needed to do was just pay those authors, because the extended universe, there's a trilogy, it was the Heir to the Empire trilogy or the Dark, whatever it's called. But basically, those 3 books, I read them 30 years ago, 40 years ago. And to me, that was the continuation of that was the final chapter of Star Wars. They talk about how the Empire really wasn't the biggest, the Empire was like Saddam Hussein in the Middle East. They were kind of keeping things at bay. And then once you took out the Empire, it destabilized shit, and the bigger and badder things came in to fill in that vacuum. And you learn about this alien, it was a good freaking series. And it had one of the coolest characters. You know how I'm a raging misogynist. They actually had an awesome female character in that made sense. She was a villain. She was a hired post-Order 66 or whatever Jedi hunting bounty hunter that would go around and kill Jedi. And she was hired by the Empire to go kill, or the remnants, whatever remained of the collapsing Empire, to kill Luke. And she ends up, Luke does this thing, because, Luke is he just convinced his dad, who was the baddest of the baddies, to become a good guy and save his life when the Emperor tried to electrocute him. So he ended up turning his charm on Mara Jade, and they ended up falling in love, and then they had kids and stuff. And then we see the passing of the torch, and Luke wasn't turned into some schlub. He wasn't turned into some jaded piece of shit, demoralized, all your heroes are garbage bullshit that the goblins in our media love to do to demoralize us. He was an actual, he taught at the academy, he founded all this stuff. His kids were the handing of the torch. So as he was getting older and less mobile and all that stuff, you had, his son, what was it? It was Ben Skywalker. And then it made no sense that there was Ben Solo, if you think about it, before that awful Leia series or that awful Obi-Wan series. The only time that Princess Leia really met Obi-Wan was for that fleeting moment in the first movie. You remember her hologram thing? She's like, "You fought with my father during the Clone Wars," all this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That's not how you speak to somebody that you're already formally familiar with.
Exactly.
So, yeah, so they rewrote that shit because they're all intelligent,
Well, this is what you get for paying attention to the lore.
Yeah. Yeah, and it sucked too, because they made some badass video games, dude. You remember Dark Forces? Jedi Knight and all that stuff, where you had Kyle Katarn, who I thought they were going to do that with John Boyega in the Force Awakens. Kyle Katarn was a stormtrooper who had this Force sensitivity, and he ends up switching sides, and Luke trains him, and he becomes a Jedi. And I thought that was what they were going to do with John Boyega's character.
Yeah, I was ready to see him step up and go from this bumbling fool to this awesome dude. And
yeah,
I mean, they set it up looking like that. When he had the lightsaber in hand, I'm like, oh yeah, foreshadowing right here. Although I do think he should have done a little bit better against the dude with that electromagnetic baton.
I
had no problem with him losing that battle, but I thought he should have done just a little bit better, because he is trained. He's a trained trooper. He should hold his own better than that.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, I think it was the right move to have him lose that battle, because I thought he was going to come back into a similar situation later and show how far he had come. And they did none of that. It's just
they turned him
set
into an
you up
idiot
for something awesome and then yank the rug out from under you, because Rian Johnson likes to subvert expectations.
Yeah. And now they're redoing even the old classics. They're redoing them now. and they're
Mhm.
like changing the history. I don't know if you saw the Empire Strikes Back scene of before Luke falls to his quote unquote death. Here's what it looks like today in the most recent version.
If you only knew the power of one, the power of two, the power of many.
Kathleen Kennedy, damn you.
You saw that video
Yeah.
I did, right, guys, of Samus versus the Coven of what are they called? The Coven of Braddock or something. The ones who were singing that stupid one too many.
Yeah. God.
Yeah, I have it right here.
Power of one, the power of two, the power of
God, this is who thought this was good?
power of two, the power of
So gay.
Stupid. Like, look at what the hell does this have to do with Star Wars?
Don't worry, it's about to get a lot better.
It's like the smoke fatality from Mortal Kombat 3.
I love a happy ending.
Yeah.
Is there more? Yeah, there we go.
Yeah,
All
here
right.
comes Emmett. Nuke it in the moment. The only way to be safe.
Yay!
Yeah,
There you
dude, I think the reason why they did that to Finn is because A, it would have been cool, and they're trying to kill the series. They're not trying to make it cool. And B, Finn was a guy, so there would have been too much masculinity. Like, you know, there was that thing that was going around today that was on Twitter about how it's, you know, I know it's no popular opinion, this chick is saying, but I don't find guys over 30 attractive that play video games or whatever. And it's like, bitch, who cares what you like? Is that seriously like they're not allowed to have a hobby? You know,
Yeah.
and I think it was Dave Brink actually like fired back, and he's like, dude, you know, like basically enjoy your life. Don't do things for the approval of women. It's
Oh,
like,
God,
you know,
man.
and I'm like,
Because they'll never
amen,
be
bro.
happy regardless. Like, even if you do everything they want, they won't be happy. They'll never be satisfied. And you'll be
Yeah.
miserable. At least let them be miserable and you can have some fun on your end.
Yeah, yeah.
And I don't even think like just being a man was the problem with Finn, because they were trying to break into the Chinese market, and the
Oh,
Chinese
yeah.
are huge racists.
Yes, they are. They do not like black people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they
Remember
would
the
reduce
poster?
they would like completely remove him from the posters to try
Yeah.
to get people. And that might have been a factor on why they did not go through, because they were clearly setting him up to be at least the equal to
Yeah.
Rey. And they call everybody racist, and everyone I know wanted to see what was going to happen. They were actually looking forward to his arc, like being a
Yeah.
stormtrooper turning into Jedi apprentice. Everyone I know was like hooked on that
Well,
that idea. Like no one I knew was poo-pooing it.
well, have you ever seen Attack the Block?
Attack the Block.
That was the first film that I saw John Boyega in. He played this character Moses, who was like a street thug piece of shit.
No, I
And
did not see that. No.
it's really good, dude. Like Boyega definitely has some acting chops, because you know, it's one of those villain becomes hero story arcs, and yeah, it's a great film. And I was like, oh, dude, that guy's gonna be in Star Wars, because the final like fight scene in Attack the Block is he's got a katana. He's got like the Hattori Hanzo or something.
Oh, okay. I see where
Yeah.
they got the idea. No, I knew he
Yeah.
could act because I saw him in interviews and he acted like an asshole. So I could totally buy his acting chops, you know.
I don't think that was acting. but yeah, he I guess he was on 24 too with Kiefer Sutherland.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I never watched that show though, so sorry. But
Oh yeah, that That felt a lot like propaganda, that show. I had a roommate who was really being into it.
Yeah. Beep, boop, beep. I'm like, oh, that's giving me a headache. But yeah, I don't know. The sequel trilogy, if they just tabula rasa that shit, just wipe it clean, and go pay the authors that did the expanded universe novels, and just make those films, adapt them as best you can. I think you'll have more money on your hands. Because
I've only ever read one of those books.
I'm sure they will.
Vector Prime by R.A. Salvador.
Oh yeah, the Drizzt Orden guy.
I'm absolutely convinced they are going to do that, Chris, but only after they've done everything else first.
Yeah, the Hail Mary. Well, look at Ubisoft. Their Hail Mary was Assassin's Creed and Ninjas in Japan, and they fucked that one up.
They did, yeah. You're good point. They might still even fuck it up, even if they do the right thing.
But you all know there's still one Ubisoft game where I said they did good.
Oh yeah.
Well, there's lots of good games, Ubisoft. Like
I'm talking recently.
Yeah. Prince of Persia.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they got that team back together. I don't know if that means more Prince of Persia is coming, but it's funny. I mean, Assassin's Creed was originally supposed to be a Prince of Persia game, and oh wait, we want to completely own the IP. Let's change the name.
All of the groundwork for Assassin's Creed was based off the Sands of Time engine. So climbing up walls and all the attack. I think even the early combat animations were identical. Yeah.
Same with Tomb Raider. Tomb Raider also ripped off Prince of Persia.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah, You're right.
The first Tomb Raider, they were looking at how they were going to do the animations, and they placed the model on a grid on the 3D because it's not real 3D. You're kind of following a grid on the blocks. And they just reproduced the 2D animations from Prince of Persia, and the same because Prince of Persia is basically the same thing, right? They're like you're going into an old structure and you have to avoid spikes, you have to jump over traps. So it's Tomb Raider is the same logic. You're basically fighting against your environment, and so they did the same thing in 3D.
Yeah, I never made that connection, but
yeah, they talk about it in an interview.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, did you ever see the early Jordan Mechner film? Like he was filming his brother in the backyard to do all of the moves that Aladdin.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, that was awesome. Like you see the part where he slips on the concrete. They're like, "Leave it, we're leaving it." And you see in the game when you do a run and about face, the character actually slips. He was like, "Oh, they kept it."
Oh, I did not know that part. That's funny.
Yeah, they rotoscoped it in, and it was a dude eating shit on the pavement or on the grass. But man, oh yeah, the other game that Mechner did in that same style was Karateka or Karateka.
I did not play that one. I don't think I even heard of that one.
Yeah, it came out before Prince of Persia, and it was like a very bad version of like a kung fu game, but only it was all karate.
I think they did that fighting game called Pit Fighter too.
Pit Fighter. That's.
I did not enjoy that one at all. It was a nice try, but it didn't land.
Yeah, the concept was awesome. You literally fight your way up like these roided out dudes to get to Lord Humongous from Road Warrior, and then at the end, it was all like pre-Mortal Kombat. Like you could see that a lot of that was cool.
Well, did that inspire Mortal Kombat or
no? Actually, so I watched an interview where Ed Boon and I think maybe it was just Ed Boon, where he was talking about how it was kind of a coincidental thing because they were working on NFL Blitz. Midway was they put out some bangers back in the day.
It was a sports company, right? Sports video game company.
Sports
and they were working on Bloodsport, the video game. That was Mortal Kombat was going to be. They wanted to get Jean-Claude Van Damme, and the deal did not go through. But they were like, you know what? Let's push it and let's make up our own lore and make make our own game. You know.
Yeah, they ripped off Enter the
Now
Dragon.
it looks like Hellraiser's
Yeah.
version of WWF.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. The OG art direction was so much better than as they started getting more and more like dirt bike
Well, it was
riders.
groundbreaking in the early days, and that one was devastating as well on arcade. Like that one would eat your quarters up. Like, it would cheat like a motherfucker. I
It
believe
totally
that game
would.
cheated. Oh, dude.
Well, in MAME, you can get all the dip switches, and there's even a dip switch for cheating.
Ah,
So you can, yeah. Yeah, you can turn it off. There's like challenge rating, and then underneath it, it's like rule breaking or something.
yeah.
But yeah, and what was I gonna say? Yeah, the original Mortal Kombat, they had surrogates for all of the great martial arts characters. Like you had Daniel Pacino, who played Johnny Cage, that was supposed to be Jean-Claude.
Yeah.
Then you had Ho Sung Pak, who was Liu Kang, who was obviously supposed to be Bruce Lee.
Bruce Lee, yeah.
Yeah, then you had they misspelled it in the original Raydn because the name is supposed to be pronounced Raiden, which is the thunder god in Shinto, but they call him Raiden.
It's actually Raijin, isn't it? It's with a J.
Ryujin, but Raiden, Raiden, Raiden is the god of thunder, and he's not lightning. That's a different god. He's the one that bangs on the drum.
Well, speaking Japanese is hard, guys.
Haro? Hibachi Benihana Teriyaki.
Nagasaki, Okinawa, Hokkaido, Yokohama.
Karate, Judo, Sumo, Samurai.
Nissan, Honda, Mitsubishi, Subaru.
Harikari, Tsunami, Kamikaze, Banzai.
Yamaha, Nikon, Casio, Aiwa. Minolta, Hitachi, Seiko, Toshiba.
Buddha, Shiitake Kimono.
Tempura, Sushi.
Sashimi. Fujitsu.
It's making me hungry now. Fujitsu.
Shit. Oh man.
Oh, that had me laughing so much I had to mute my microphone to cough.
But the what is it? They even at the last minute they had Elizabeth Malecki come in as Sonya Blade, and that was totally Cynthia Rothrock. I don't know if you've ever watched like cheesy martial arts films back in the day, but dude, that chick was awesome.
I watched a few.
But they
Dude,
had
it was
no allegory for
the
Chuck
80s
Norris.
was the age. Like, remember there was American Ninja?
Yes.
That was a really big film. Like, everyone had a American Ninja poster, all the kids.
Yes. American Ninja 3, The Possession.
I think that's Jonathan Colton. Am I right? Colton Comics Corner?
Hey, yeah.
Yeah,
What up, man?
he's going to be the guest on CG After Dark right after this. So
Nice.
stay tuned for that. Got to
Get
be
some more
interesting. Looking
Your
forward to
brother
that.
Scruff.
Yeah. That sounds
Yeah.
like Finn would have had a hell of a storyline. You would
Yeah.
have. Man, you would have. There's a great book about making of NBA Jam. Some of those guys worked on Mortal Kombat, other Midway games. Oh, interesting. Yeah, they were doing a bunch of sports stuff. Great stories about that era. Arcade culture. Dude, it was a wild time. People still getting out of the house, and it was before we had
Before
games, we had
cell phones.
Nintendo, but like Atari sucked. I mean, it was the only
Yeah.
thing we had, but like there was like you had like 100 Atari games, but 3 were actually fun.
Yeah. Jar's
But-
Revenge.
It got you out of the house, and the arcades were freaking killer, man. The arcade scene was major fun.
Did you ever see all of like the rip-offs of Mortal Kombat? Like once that game was successful, like all of, like the imitators came out.
Well, I knew there was this Narc game that went photo assets as well. There was a wrestling game that went photo assets too. But specifically Mortal Kombat clone, I didn't even register them. I know there was at the same time you had Virtua Fighter, which was so blocky. It was revolutionary because it was the first 3D fighting game. it was just cubes, like it was rectangles. So
Yeah.
it was hard to visually. I'm a very visual guy, being an artist, so I was like, ugh. Like it
I
would be
honestly
interesting.
couldn't stand it when everything started going 3D. I'm like, oh, it's infesting everything.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
but everybody loves the 3D stuff now, and I'm
I
still stuck
didn't-
in my side-scrolling ways.
Well, because at the same time, the 2D games were at the height of their beauty. 2D sprites
Yeah,
were
look,
really
look at
starting
the
to-
artwork and things like Street Fighter Alpha and stuff like that.
It was prime. And then 3D was coming in, so it gave you a whole new experience, but you had to go back like a few generations in graphics. Everything was blocky and triangles, and it was like, oh, I don't know if I want to go back to that.
Even Street Fighter tried to make a 3D one. I went to play it, and I was like, yeah, this sucks. And I went
Mortal
right back
Kombat
to
went
3D.
3D as well. Yeah.
Yeah, that sucked. Mortal Kombat 4 was garbage. I'm sorry. That was not a good like that. I get it. It was a good try, but it fucking sucked.
Like, kids today will not know the joy of setting your quarter on the side of the mounter to claim next game against the
Yes. And that little 6-year-old Vietnamese kid who's cutting class, who's kicking everyone's ass, and you're like,
Yep.
shit, man.
It seems like every arcade had one of them. I think it was the same kid teleporting around from arcade to arcade.
You give me $5, you live 5 minutes. But I just put in the private chat one of the Mortal Kombat ripoffs that I remember came out around the early 2000s, and it was probably one of the funniest. Like, I couldn't believe this got made, and so I actually own a copy of this somewhere.
Oh, this we got to see then.
Yeah, I got it over here.
I got
Oh,
it.
you
up on
got it
screen.
already? Awesome. Good. Go for it. Wow. Finish him.
Oh, hold on, are we good? Is this a copyright issue? I'm gonna hit the mute on this. I just realized.
Yeah, because it's a Venus song. Yeah.
I'm loving the costumes on these characters.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for Chun-Li to pop out. Keep cooking.
Did you guys see the real life Chun-Li?
Yeah, dude, she replied when those weird feminists were attacking the Chun-Li design, and they're like, those proportions are so unrealistic and blah blah blah. And she's like, well, I'm a real chick and I'm built like that.
Well, I
Yeah.
didn't hear about this. The real life Chun-Li.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
a Korean boxer. I think it's kickboxing. She has a kung fu background, karate or kung fu background.
Yeah.
So she's used to
got
doing
eyes.
kicks, and she's got a very unusual fighting style. Let me see if I can pull up.
Yeah,
That's the
We-
one with
we,
the
we
legs
can
always
probably
touching.
kill this now, right?
Yeah. The joke is you get it, but like, yeah, I actually have that on
I would play
Steam.
that for fun. Like it sounds
It's-
like
It's pretty good. Yeah.
So- what's her name? I forget. 'Cause
Yes,
I was looking
right.
at videos of her this week, which
Yeah,
is why
she always has one leg lifted.
yeah, it's a very unique style. No one does this style. Like it's not a
And it's
So-
effective.
Mona Kimuro. Hold on, let me share it with you.
Kimuru. Miss Kimura.
I'm your Venus. I'm the fire.
Yes,
you're
the
the
earworm.
This just means I have to refresh because I'm on Brave, and this is the ad blocking software. Like it's a cat and mouse game.
Oh,
Okay, here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Hold My Nugget Studios, and it appears the real-life Chun-Li has stepped back into the ring.
Round 1. Fight!
Come back here.
Look at this.
Feet Finder isn't playing any games with her opponents. Look at that weak-ass kick. Look at Chun-Li styling on her, looking like the Heisman Trophy, but a kickboxing edition.
Oh, she's not Korean. She's
Gotcha, bitch. She can
Japanese.
throw hands too, ma'am.
Oh, that's me.
Good.
Mora is Japanese.
Different zip code. You have to guard. My face.
Hurry up and blast him with all your strength before he has time to.
Boom!
Why didn't
She knows she's good too.
Yeah. I saw her in yoga pants.
Fight!
Sweep the leg. You have
What'd
to
you say?
sweep the leg.
I saw her in these gray yoga pants. She's got a great ass.
Oh, damn, dude. She's young
So-
too. Like she's what,
So
25?
what was the issue? People are
My
saying
turn.
women don't have legs like that, and she's like,
Yeah.
excuse me.
Well, yeah, they're always like women aren't shaped like because people in America, and I include Canada in this now, like we don't have any healthy bodies anymore. So everyone's like, our people aren't built like. Well, yeah, if they don't eat chicken nuggets every weekend, that's kind of what people are supposed to look like.
Yeah. Yeah, we became a fat culture.
Yeah. Or how about when you have a nice curvy but still semi-athletic woman, and they go, women aren't built like that, and I'm like,
Is this a king? She might
you
as
mean
well walk
they're
on her
like
face.
real women don't look like that? I'm like, are you telling me Angelina Jolie isn't real?
Yeah, exactly.
3. Fight!
Oh,
Yeah, so they added a bunch of sound effects and stuff, but yeah, you get the idea.
Yeah. Yeah.
She's,
She's a hottie.
She's got that style, that unique fighting style that like nobody else has. Like, yeah, and her adversaries like are trying to figure her out because she's moving from kicks to boxing, back to kicks, and it's you could tell
You
their
might
heads are
want to call
spinning.
it kickboxing. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think it's kickboxing. I'm not like. I hesitate to.
I
say it
mean,
with
the way she
confidence.
keeps her foot up like that, it almost looks like a Thai style.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she's I think it's karate because
It's
she's
probably
Japanese,
a-
so it's probably karate.
Probably a combination of different styles that she put together that she customized.
Yeah,
Maybe.
it's definitely unique. Yeah, no one else is fighting like that.
Man. Yeah.
All right,
No, it's-
boys. This brings us to the end of the show, also known as Showtime.
Convoy, 12 o'clock, on my command! Deploy! Okay, now. Little off course here. Ooh, holy mommy fucking shit!
Oh, there they are. Look at these gorgeous sons of bitches.
That's right. Look at these beautiful, gorgeous sons of bitches. Thank you for coming on, guys. It was a fun show. It was relaxed. No guests tonight, just us shooting the shit. But we never run out of topics, it seems. We are always able to entertain ourselves. Because, we have interesting minds, interesting lives, and we have lived.
We have lives?
With video games and books and comics.
Oh, okay.
And we have lived decades and decades and decades of entertainment, so we can introduce the
true.
youngins to all this good stuff.
Yeah, all those male power fantasies.
We have to we have to educate them on the Mortal Kombat bikini altars of this world. Let us let's do a roundtable of what you guys are working on and where can people find you. Let's start with Chris here.
All right.
And then
Yeah,
we'll play
so
the trailer. We got time to play the trailer tonight.
I just shared of the line art. I've been flatting, and I'll be adding color to this. But one of the perks from
Sorry, I'm slow. I was looking. Where did he share? Oh yes, I saw this on Twitter.
yeah. So
this is Pal
one of the-
Roderick's, no less.
Yeah, we got Pal Roderick's from Genuine Comics, aka the Perfect 10 series, Dave Brink's books. He on his campaign offered a tier where you could get a Pal Roderick's line art image. So
Very elegant, dude. I like that. Like, there's no extra lines that don't need to be there. Like the folds,
yeah,
like on her shoulder, on the underbreast there on the side, you got just a couple of lines.
Yeah,
and just the folds, the way that it drops on the legs, you got. It's very elegant, very elegant. I love it.
Yeah. So she's one of the new characters that's going to be featured in book 3. The character's name is Neon, and you get to learn more about kind of the other perspectives of the Elvar people after the events of what happened in book 2. Like, what happens? Shit hits the fan. That's what happens. And we get different perspectives. And if you're ever familiar with Plato's allegory of the cave, it's sometimes how does that Sam Clemens quote go? It's easier to deceive people than to convince them they've been deceived.
Oh, dude.
Way
of my life.
unfortunately true.
Yes.
It's so freaking true. It's people will hold on to being scammed, and they will distrust the person who's trying to just has no incentive other than to just wake him up. It's like, dude, they're totally pulling your string.
I know it's true.
You're
I've
not going
seen
to
me
pull
do
a
it.
fast one on me. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So what I'm going to do with this image here is we've already had a couple of Pal Roderick's images that I've colored for the second campaign. If you had backed during, I think it was like the early bird, which was like the first 7 days or whatever of the campaign, you ended up getting the free 5x7 jumbo hollow foil card that he did of Ashling, who was one of the main characters of the story. And then there was a chase card it was a hollow foil chase card inside of the trading cards. And it, wasn't in every one of the packs. So it was actually a super rare one of Pal Roderick's rendition of a character in Nessa, who is this kind of satyr / fawn character. So I love his work, and I'm really glad that we've got more Pal. So I'm going to make this a 5x7 jumbo hollow foil card colored for the next campaign. So thanks. Yeah. And get to learn more about her and see what you guys think of her.
Dude, I can't wait. I've read your first 2. I can't wait for the 3rd to come out.
Oh, thanks, man.
I'm waiting for number 3 from you, and I'm waiting for number 3 from Immortal Rising.
Oh,
Come on,
yeah.
guys, step it up.
Yeah, you guys are tailed to. Well, Moral Rising is going to come out first because your third one is coming out next year.
That's right. Yep.
But you're close. You're kind of close in production. Who started first? Not that it's a competition or anything.
I started book 1 first, but he's been able to get books out quicker. Him and Jose
Garcia.
Yeah, they've been knocking it out of the park. Real, quick turnaround. In fact, I got to see a sneak peek of his trailer, and I think you guys are going to love what's coming.
Dude,
I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, the Corey Barton cover is fantastic.
Oh, hell yeah.
I think he's going to probably have one Corey Barton variant cover per issue at this rate.
Yeah, I got to get in contact with Corey because I love his work, and let's just say there's babes in my book too. So,
we're looking at one.
Yeah, no, for sure, dude. I mean, it's almost like a punchline now having a Corey Barton cover.
Yeah. Do you have any blue skin people? You need to have them do a blue girl. Corey's all about them blue babes.
Well, we have blue clothes. Well, the point is to get rid of the clothes. So
I've seen Corey do other colors of skin. He's got a full rainbow assortment of. It's not the right word to use today. That's a dangerous word.
It's unfortunately has a whole different connotation attached to it now.
And and I need to get me the second issue as well of your book. I got the first one. We reviewed it on stream, and now I got to get the second one. So James and I can review it too. Let's play that trailer, shall we? I guess the second one is the best one to play, right?
Sweet. Yeah, sure.
Knowledge is like a seed. When sown in fertile minds, it opens doors to new possibilities. Truth, once buried by the ages, is again revealed. The unimaginable becomes demystified. New wonders are discovered that transcend the limitations of previous understanding. However, some doors should never be opened. Our tale continues with the divergent paths of our heroes. As a naive king toils with ancient powers beyond his control, a grieving queen makes a fateful decision that forever changes their world. Infinito Chronicles. The War of the Trees.
Dude, you must look at that logo bust out at the end of the trailer and go, "Oh wow, that's actually mine." I mean, that is so cool looking.
Thanks, man. Yeah, that was a bitch to do in After Effects. But my buddy Sergey Punchev, Punchev Studios, designed. So that's a custom font in the Infinitale, and he did the back logo, the portal part, and then I hand drew the Chronicles font because I don't want to get sued or anything. But it is a strong homage to Disney's Gargoyles. So they have a very
that was a great series. That one was really good.
And there was something that in Gargoyles that influenced my writing, and I didn't even realize it. And then one day it popped in my mind. I'm like, oh yeah, I kind of followed that. And one episode, what was Jonathan Frakes' character's
David Xanatos?
Yeah, what was his called?
Puck. He was Puck in disguise. I can't remember his real. The blonde dude. It was something where a battle was coming, and he goes, "Unfortunately, I cannot be here to help you. So I want to remind you of a couple things." And one of the things he said is, "Energy, whether used for science or magic, is still energy." Yep.
And I looked at my whole magic system in my series. I'm like, "Oh, that I guess that imprinted on me more than I thought." Because that's exactly what I. Yeah.
Everything comes from somewhere. Like whether you're ripping off, quote unquote, intentionally, or it's just the remnants of what you grew up with reading as a child, it sticks with you, man. And like stories all come from the stories we've heard. Nothing comes out of pure thin air. Whether it's our experience or the stories we loved growing up, all of that, helps make the stories we're making today.
Which is why I have characters who use gadgets to counteract magic. It's called disruption emitters. Opposing frequencies cancel each other out.
Oh yeah.
So they have a disruption emitter just puts out a frequency that disrupts anybody using magic. It's canceled. Nice. It's a frequency game. Hence Frequency Studios. But
And
Oh, there you
speaking of Frequency, what have you been up to, Frequency, and where can people find you?
Well, where you can find me is on Amazon. I got Haley Star Bad Kitty and Bad Kitty Haley's World. And these are a couple fun adventure books, good for all ages. Adults enjoy it, and they're clean so you can share it with your kids. And just go into Amazon, type in Bad Kitty and Frequency Studios. They'll both pop right up. But currently, I am working on, where did I put it? There it is. Boom. I'm working on book 3 in the series. Let's see. See Elizabeth on the right-hand side there? Well, she's all grown up now, and Frederick gave a beautiful illustration of her. And
Oh, right.
yeah, she is kicking butt. Yeah. Haley and Elizabeth, they are now adults. And let's see if I can, boom. There they both are. Yep.
Oh, cool.
And Haley still rocks that arm-mounted potato gun and is still able to project her energy through that. But I'm working on book 4, which focuses primarily on Elizabeth. Haley will be more prominent in book 5. Or I'm sorry, book 3. Which
I was gonna say, I was like, "What? Did you finish book 3 this morning?"
I just skipped that one, you know.
Summer gave autumn a miss and straight back into winter.
Well, it could have made sense because, like, I know you both of them are kind of like linked in a special way, so
yeah,
I could see.
Oh, hell yeah, man!
Yeah,
yeah, but yeah, Gnarly Mango says my Infinitail chick is gonna slay.
Oh yeah,
I can't wait. I'm stoked.
do it. Yeah, he's been doing some good art. Like he's got one of his drawings in my Rattel book. Before I forget, shall we drop your trailer, Wrangler?
Yes.
Sure.
Let's do it.
Haley and Elizabeth are back, and this time the Spuds are really going to fly. Who's wild? And this time the Spuds are really going to fly. And Haley's world. Who's wild? And this time the Spuds are really going to fly. Who's world? And this time the Spuds are really going to fly.
Both
Yeah,
books
that
are
cover
available
art-
on Amazon,
Yep.
so get them today. And I wanted to cover your trailer real quick because I was going to segue into Michael's art because he did some fan art for Rattel as well because he drew.
Oh, cool.
This
I just wanted to
lovely-
shout out real quick, though. The cover art for my books is by Adrian DKC. Found him on Fiverr, and he did fantastic work.
Yeah. So he did some wonderful art of Medusa here. Not a different hairstyle, but still. Same. Which brings me to Rattel. Rattel comic is off to the printer. It's going to be it's going to be printed in 8 to 9 weeks. So the time it takes to get from there to the distributor and to your hands, it's coming out this summer, I guess. June, July.
I am so looking forward to that.
Early
dude.
July, yeah, this summer. I'm so
Finally.
stoked. I'm so
Need to have The Rock show up and say, "Finally, Rattel has come back to the comics."
We gonna have a
Yeah.
print party?
we should definitely have a
comment party?
print party. Yeah. I'm getting trading cards this week, but stuff is coming together. It's exciting. I wish it was going to happen faster, but at the same time, stuff needs to take the time it takes. I'm curious to hear your stories of how, especially first comics and all that. It's not an easy thing putting a comic together. Let's watch that
Break your
Rattel
heart, kid.
trailer. Yeah, dude, it'll it's if I the amount of stuff that went wrong, and not just the comics, like just a bunch of stuff that happened towards the end. It's kind of impressive. But we've made it through, and here we are. And here's the trailer.
Our world is crumbling, and most people are blind to it. A young computer whiz named Raimi decides to stand against the rising tide of oppression, only to find himself under the boot of those behind it all. Incarceration only proves to refine his resolve. Divine intervention takes away all fear from him in order to fix a broken system that enslaves us all. There comes a time when good men must ignore bad laws. Raimi dons a mask and becomes Rattel. Rattel uses intelligence and technology to combat ancient and dark forces for justice and a better tomorrow. Will Rattel take down the technocratic tyrants who've harnessed an ancient evil, or be crushed by the invisible hand?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yours is one of my favorite trailers, Frederick. I love how well that you got it to take your artwork and just animate it. Yeah, I know you went through a lot of different things that you had to throw out before you got to some good ones.
Yeah.
I saw some of them and it was like, I don't know how much patience you needed to get that. But
how many days?
The angel wings, I remember.
It's more like how many credits can you have with Grok during a day? I guess it was so. I'd have to do the count. My estimate is like 9 thrown out for every one that was good. And for everyone that was good, it doesn't mean they made it to the trailer, because even though they're good, they have to fit into the sequence of the story you're making with the trailer and stuff. So, but I'm so thankful to have that. I mean, it gives life. I know some people really hate AI. Like some people are visceral against it and they really don't like it. And, it's their right to. I can totally understand where they're coming from, honestly. And I tried to pull back and put as much just flat artwork as well in there so people have a good idea. But I just find it enhances. And the music from Wizard is a Fool by Anonymal is just fantastic. I thank Anonymal in the comic, in the back of the comic. Like I said with Michael, we got fan art in the back of the book too. There's 36 pages of the book. 24 are the comic book, and you got an extra, was that 12 pages of supplementary material. So there's a little bit of extra. I've put there's the what do you call it? The double page spread of Rattel flying over the city. I've reproduced it in the back in black and white, just so people have a nice black and white version of it, because it's kind of the money shot of the book. And a couple of little snippets of history of what happened during the 2 years of the making of, a little bit of that, and every cover is also reproduced without any titles. So just the pure artwork of all 4 covers is also in there as a pinup.
Cool.
And I may be forgetting 1 or 2 things too. So you got like 12 pages of extra stuff at the end. So I really hope people will love it. I put my heart and soul into it, and I know the next one is going to be even better. Like leveled up in the artwork. People say your art's getting better with every pinup, with every piece of art. I'm like, yeah, I know. I wish I could redo the whole first one with my art. It's kind of a feeling you get as an artist, but you can't do that because you'd just be redoing the first one all the time. But
yeah, I have seen it like subtly refine as you went, and your game has definitely stepped up significantly from earlier on before you started the project till now.
Oh, for real. And it's a challenge. It's going to be like a fun challenge with the second one as well, too, to see how far I can up the game with the second book, too. It's, you know,
Oh yeah.
you want to push it as far as you can go. You want to challenge yourself as an artist and as a writer, too, as well. Do you guys, because Chris, you've had like the stories already laid out, but are you putting new work in the writing each time a new issue is coming out? Because you're probably reworking the script before you're setting it off to artists, right? Do you find yourself kind of like how does the progress happen for writers?
So with me, it's kind of a, I would say it's an unorthodox approach to storytelling, or at least in the comic book side, because I've already had the script written for a screenplay like 20 years ago.
Yeah, that's
and
what I mean.
yeah, the whole thing was already written out. And when I originally approached comic book creator to help me, because I had no idea what I was doing, you know, I approached a comic book creator, and I was like, yeah, I want to make a comic out of this. He's like, you're not making a comic out of this. This is like at least 15, 20 books. So we had to do some choppy, and part of that choppy was also moving things around. So what we ended up printing and what we actually ended up producing was cut and changed out of order from what the original screenplay was.
Yeah.
And I found that when we did that process, when we did the chopping and we did the because like part of good storytelling is to not exhaust your audience. You want to do something called peaks and troughs, or peaks and valleys. You want to get it so that there's that amp up and then the cool down and then the amp up and then the cool down. And if you don't have that, if you just have it like build up and then bang, nobody wants to read anything after that, you know? And or it just becomes an exhausting read. Like The Walking Dead, in my opinion, is a really good example of like how to piss your audience off without putting in the peaks and troughs. But yeah, so I've redone quite a bit, and I'm sure there's going to be like, so creating comics is a collaborative effort, and I'm working with Nerium Nova now, and her input is super valued because I have this thing laid out. I have, you know, like this is suggestions. It's not it has to be like this. It's this is what I was intending. In fact, you'll see if I ever do a behind the scenes and show the scripts, you'll actually see like side notes saying, you know, this is an idea. If you have anything else, you know, please put it in, or this is what I'm trying to convey here, you know, so that it clarifies aspects of it. And I, you know, there's been times where Nerium has come back and she's like, you know, we could do this better, or we could do that better. And my proofreader has actually, or I should say my proofreaders have actually gone through and been like, yeah, this you could reword this with fewer words and make this more succinct.
That's the name of the game I've found too. Like, because your dialogue balloons take up a lot of space on the page, and just the way you would initially write it, like if it was a book, my dialogue would be way longer.
Yeah.
Because it's taken up page real estate, you're like, okay, how can I convey the same meaning and take up less words?
And that's another way I say you comic guys have it tougher than us book guys, because I don't have to worry about that.
Yeah.
Well, you know, dialogue can flow without wondering where I have to place the word balloons.
Yeah.
Well, that, and if you mess up a page, you don't have to, you know, redraw it or hire, you know, rehire an artist.
Yeah. Just comic books is like so much more intense an art form for storytelling, and the amount of work that you guys put into that astounds me.
Yeah, I you know, I don't want to do any false humility, anything, but I can definitely no, but it's true. Like, and not just talking about myself, but looking at other people take on the challenge of making a comic. It's not an easy thing. Many people attempt to do it, and you can finish a comic, and even that, not everybody gets to the finishing point. A lot of people abandon, and even when you do bring it to fruition, it's not always everything you want it to be in there. Like there's so many things to juggle to bring it to a level of quality. And there's so many things that you have to learn along the way that it's mind-boggling. You think it's simple when you're holding a comic in your hand.
Oh yeah.
You're looking at the drawings and the dialogue balloons. You think it's simple, but it's not. Ryan says the Medusa hair reminds me of certain symbols.
Mission accomplished.
Well, I don't know what your mind is projecting on this image, Ryan, but it has nothing to do with my artistic intentions at all.
But on top of that, you got the panel layout. You have, I don't know if you call it camera angle, but
yeah,
in a cinematography sense, you gotta, I mean, I'm sure there are times you started to draw a scene for a panel, and then when you get partway through and go, you know what, I need a completely different angle for this for it to really work, and then have to start over.
Which is why you have to do. I usually do multiple thumbnails, like minimum 4 or 5 thumbnails, just to, even if I know what I want to do, I'll do extra ones just in case to confirm. Okay, the first one was right, because sometimes you do get it on the first one, not always. Sometimes you do, but you want to make some extra ones just to make sure.
Well, that and Frederick, you're doing it on hard mode, like that. You're doing traditional art, like that's a pencil and that's ink and that's real paper, and there's no edit undo button.
Well, you have a little bit of editing. There's like these acrylic markers that you.
White out.
I've seen Ethan do it because Ethan's crazy in that he goes from a couple of blue line scratches to just get big shapes to fine detail inking, which I don't even do that. Like I tried blue line. I like blue line. I even have red line stuff. I just find myself gravitating back to pencils for some reason. I just really like pencil, though it's pretty dirty. You have to erase the graphite, and there's a layer of dirt that accumulates.
Oh yeah.
You're right though. You can't totally redo everything the same way that you can with digital. But like I scan the pencils, so if I make a mistake during the inking, I can always reprint the pencils and start the inking. Which, luckily, knock on plastic or wood, I haven't had to redo any of the inking, so that's good.
He just rubs Molly against the page to erase it.
Yeah, she's white. She's my whiteout. But I do keep scans of the pencils. At least of the pages. I don't do it for every pinup I do. Sometimes I just jump straight into inking. But you gotta keep. Well, especially these are almost just like filler. To be honest, like I start a stream and I'm like, oh, I have to draw something, and yes, the first thing that comes to mind is a black woman with this, a hooked cross
with a Buddhist good luck symbol.
Yeah. So, naturally, like what every normal man has going on in his head, right? Right?
That's you the left, Martin.
Right?
Yeah, crickets.
Come on, guys. Back me up here. All right. Well, that's the end of the show, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end. I appreciate you so much. And I appreciate my co-hosts as well. Thank you for coming on, guys. It's a blast as always. Next week is episode 100. I'm going to do something a little special. I'm going to try to bring on my original co-hosts, Billy Bob and Lord Otter, to bring back the whole crew. It's going to be a lot of fun. And I'll see if I can bring in Patrick Quinlan as well to join the crew. And maybe some other special guests to just chime in and say hello. So check us out for special episode 100. It's going to be a blast. What does he say here? Ryan says, great. Yes, great. Don't know what that's directed to, but great. So thank you for coming on, ladies and gentlemen. I will see you next time. Have a good end of evening. And come follow us over on Katie Did's channel. We are doing the CG After Dark with Jonathan Colton. Is it Colton or Coltrane?
Colton.
Yeah. And we're going to be looking at Three Brothers Gruff. It's going to be exciting. He's a great guest and can't wait to dive into that with the crew. All right. Yeah. Good night, everybody.
God bless everybody.
Yeah.
Boys, boy, boy, boys.